In this video, I'm going to show you the list editor. So if you look at the content tree, a quick note, you can actually add icons. So you can have an icon for each different type of view model. It might make it easier to navigate, but I haven't actually done that here. But if you look, there's an events page, and in the events page, there's a tech talk page. So we're going to click on the globe icon, and we're going to choose the English translation to edit. And then we're going to go to the people tab, and then we're going to add a speaker. So here we've got the ability, this is the list editor here, we've got the ability to add lists of complex types. In this case, a speaker is a class, and I'll show you what that looks like in the code in a moment. But you can see each speaker has a name, age, biography, location, topics, which are just tags, and co-speakers, which is another list editor. So it's a nested list within a list, but it's actually just a simple type there. It's just a list of strings. So let's look at what this looks like in the code. So if you look at the view model, the page view model here, so class page up there at the top, you'll see that here's the speakers property, and it's just a list of speaker, and you can see that the editor template is list editor, and we've got a group name, which means what tab it's on. It's on the people tab, and this one's interesting. The short name is basically where you get the title of the row from. So I'll show you that now. Here it's actually just saying get the title from the name property, and as you can see, this is the name property. So if we enter a speaker name here, say Simon, you will notice this title up here will change from item 1 to Simon. So there it is, it just changed. So that's what the short name does. That's what the short name is from. It's just a CSS selector, that's what it is. Well, it's a jQuery selector actually. So if we look at the speaker class, you'll see that it's just a regular class. There's nothing particularly interesting about it. It's just got a name, string property, int age, biography, which is got a UI hint to use the rich text editor template. So that's a bio, and it's got geo position for the location, and then it's got tags using the tags editor template for the topics, and then we've got another list editor. So it's a nested list editor, list within a list, for the co-speakers. And this time, rather than being a list of speaker, it's just a list of string. So you can see you can have complex, you can have list editor with a complex type or with a simple type as well, or a value type. You can have lists of integers or lists of booleans or whatever you need, really. So we're going to go back to the back office, and we're going to fill this out. So 33 for the age, and for the bio, this speaker has lots to share. And for the location, we'll just keep it as London for now. You can see it adds a longitude and a latitude. And for topics, we'll add .NET and C#. And for the code speakers, we'll add Andrew and Tim. Whoops, yeah, Andrew and Tim. So, and as you can see, there's the ability to sort as well. So you can sort your items in your list editor too. So that's our first speaker. We can add another speaker now, and we'll call this one John, age 65. John is an Azure specialist. California for this one. So as you can see, it's put in the longitude and latitude, and we'll just put Azure as the topic here. And co-speakers, we'll put Samuel. Okay, so those are our speakers, and that is your introduction to the list editor. You can sort them as you like as well. We're just going to save this for now. Content published. And now if we go and view the page, so as you can see, the template is pretty simple. It's just got the title. It's got a few different queries here showing you that it has a translation. It has no siblings, but it has one parent and two ancestors. It's also got the main content down here. So we're just going to add a section for speakers. So let's just copy the title block, call it speakers, and we can loop through our speakers. We can do var speaker in model.speakers, and we can have a h3 for the speaker name, and we can do div for, this is output the main content here, the speaker bio, and maybe a list for the co-speakers as well. So let's do another for each. Var co-speaker in speaker.co-speakers. So let's see what that gives us. Speakers. Let's just add a little horizontal rule. So there are our speakers. It's that easy to work with the list editor, and as you can see, it's pretty useful. Now, there's one thing I want to do here to show you that things inside a list editor are actually properly indexed as well. You can search list, and here we're going to do a spatial search on the list that we just made, and we're going to search for the page by the location of the speakers. So we're going to use a spatial search on the location property. So here we can make a little code block, and let's do var query helper equals new query helper type page. We want that as the type of view model, and we can do must. Actually, we don't need to do must. We can just do within miles, and it's the speakers dot location dot long lat. Right, so for the first search, we're going to use the longitude and latitude from our first speaker. So copy that in, and copy latitude in as well. and then the miles we'll just do within 10 miles. And that is our query. Now we're going to need to get the results, so we can just have a H3 here, and we're going to do we're going to show the title of the result. So we'll do get all dot first dot name, node name, and that should be our tech talk. That should be our tech talk view model that it returns. Yep, it has. So as you can see, it's found, the query has found the view model, and by view model I mean this page here, the tech talk page. It has found it and it has output the node name, which is tech talk. So it just goes to show that your properties are properly indexed, even though they're in a list. And just to show you something here, now even though it says 0 on the speakers list, it doesn't mean only search the first index of the speakers list. It will actually search the whole list. So to prove that, what we're going to do, and so the reason there is a 0 there is just so that you can access the location field. It's just a way of accessing the properties. It doesn't mean just search index 0. To prove that, we're actually going to change this query, and we're going to use the location of the second item in the list. So this is index 1, the second item in the list, and save that, and you should see that if I refresh this page now, it still returns tech talk, so it still returns the result. So it searched the entire list, it hasn't just searched index 0. You're just using index 0 there to get to the location property and the long lat property. So I hope this has been useful. I've shown you the list editor and a nested list even, and also I've shown you a quick spatial search as well, and it's all very easy to do. So please check out the documentation for more information. Thanks, and until the next video, bye.